we go. Matt, how's that audio sound? Just let me know, and I'm going to get rolling in just a second. Matt, how's that audio sound? Oh, I can hear it on my own end. Perfect. All right, everybody, I'm getting started right away. We told you at 7:30 today we would launch the very first comic book fight night right here on Wednesday night for all of you to enjoy. There's a quick rundown, real quick, of what's going to be happening. So we have 7 fights planned. Each of these fights will be simulated here by me, which you will see in just a moment. Who wins this fight will be officially how we plan to move forward. As this continues, we'll be kind of up in the production doing some different things, but we plan to have characters have titles and have some twists of our own, and just kind of have a good time with this. But we know you love to vote. We know you have your opinions on heroes. We want to leave it completely up to random, but the following day, on Thursday, there will be a poll vote that'll come out that'll pit the same heroes against each other, but this time you decide who wins based on your favorite, based on what you think. These percentages based on the winner will then later possibly come into play for different things for these heroes as we begin to add twists. Winning in the polls may do some things for their stats and how we simulate fights. With that being said, I would love to show you the first fight, which is going to be a tag team match. As soon as it clicks, we are going to start with Leonardo and Donatello of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Drax and Gamora of the Guardians of the Galaxy. As soon as this fight is up and ready to go, we will launch. Many of you may know Drax and Gamora. I'm going to switch this back to fight 1. Many of you may know Drax and Gamora are known for their fighting prowess with both swords and daggers. Well, Leonardo and Donatello are known for their fighting prowess with a staff and swords themselves, but also Donatello specifically for his outside knowledge. So, as you may have seen, we are going to be simulating these fights using the Mugen archive, or Mugen video game, where I have actually went through and downloaded and created our own roster for this game, which I'm really excited about, and I'm really excited to show it off to everyone. So without further ado,
Hold up! Dangerous woman in the galaxy. What's your nickname?
So with fight 1, we record our first victory, which is the Ninja Turtle team of Donatello and Leonardo coming out on top of Drax and Gamora. What did you think? Comment below if you liked the way we did the first fight. And this is how we are going to do this going forward. We have some really exciting more fights for you. I'm going to hop right in to fight 2, which is Zatanna versus Dazzler, a brainchild of my own. Thinking of the showmen fighting off, or showwomen, if you will, in the magician Zatanna and our rock star, pop star Dazzler. That was the old school Drax model, by the way. Not the one you're used to, but more the original comic. If you read the Infinity War or Infinity Gauntlet comic books, that's what Drax will look like. Now we launch into fight.
Get 2. Ready for trouble! Got it. This is some real power.
And with that, fight 2 wraps with Dazzler from Marvel, who honestly, in my opinion, is a little bit of an underdog voting-wise, and just in characters in general, beats Zatanna. Though I would have picked Zatanna, DC Comics fan on top of it. I am wearing a Batman shirt, though I am wearing a Daredevil hat. But with that said, we get Dazzler gets a win in the W column, or a 1 in the W column, whatever. And we will move right on to fight 3. My brainchild, one I am very excited to bring you. Hercules versus He-Man. It is Marvel versus DC, as Hercules is a Marvel character, and recently, Masters of the Universe, it became a DC property within the last handful of years.
Clearly I am worshipped with good reason.
For some reason, I always put that stitch on there. I apologize.
Face me. Yield. It's what you do.
And with that, Hercules wins. Marvel is doing a clean-up job outside of that first fight, which is pretty awesome. I actually was really hoping for He-Man to kind of take that one, but it's cool to watch regardless. I hope you're enjoying this. As you go through, oops, I didn't mean to show that graphic yet, but that's okay. As you go through, tell us what you'd like to see us do. Would you like to see commentary added? Would you like to see Matt join me, which I'm sure a lot of you would? What kind of fights would you like to see? I have a huge library of Marvel and DC comic characters, and as you've seen, I can actually find some characters from some other worlds. So what comic characters would you love to see us add into this tournament as we move forward? With that, However, you can leave your comments below, message us, post. I would like to move on to the fourth fight of the night. And that is Havoc versus Cyborg, a fight Matt was very excited for, and a fight I would love to see on a big screen. Or an animated screen. Which, speaking of bringing it to, right here on an animated screen.
You know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Well, you have it there. Matt is very upset, I can tell you already. Havoc got clapped by Cyborg, and I love that it's the Kari Payton voice acting for it. But Havoc got wiped out. Finally, DC Comics scores a win over Marvel and stops their streak. On to our fifth fight, another Marvel DC fight, and the ladies. Black Cat, known from Spider-Man, known from Marvel Comics, and the one and only Selena Kyle, Catwoman, going at it. These two cat burglars, and this will be a fun one to check out.
You may want to just run and hide.
Oh no, the fight's not starting. We're going to try that fight again, as apparently the two cat ladies just didn't want to fight. Let's try that one.
I always prefer a woman's touch in these situations.
Hey, there we go. You know what they say about cats?
This is gonna hurt.
Rolling Germans for a finish. That's pretty sweet. As a wrestler, I dig that Black Cat just pulled that out. That's something else that I didn't expect was her super, and I really like it. So, our sixth fight of the night is reprising back to our first fight. It is another tag team match. Two arguably of the favorite Ninja Turtles, and Michelangelo and Raphael facing off against two of the favorite Guardians in Rocket and Groot. Oops. Just wait one moment, because I have a brain lapse here. There we go. Can't run smooth the whole time. As you can see, we can't run smooth the whole time. Let's try that again. There's two rockets on the main that messed Well, if you were saddened by that loss, I have good news for you. Tonight's podcast, or tonight's video, as always, as all of things brought to you by Podcast Precinct, is sponsored by Fat Man's Pizza, which I'm sure our Ninja Turtles would be very much enjoying right now after a hard loss like that. So, with that being said, here is our seventh and final fight, the main event of the night. Thing versus Swamp Thing. Very highly excited contest. Something that I would, again, love to see on a comic book page and play out. And that's why we are bringing it here to you using this. One last time, just so you know, this is the Mugen Fight Simulator. All of this was actually, I didn't make the characters or the character packs, but I created this lineup that you currently see here of players, thanks to an awesome community that has created all of this stuff, including this screen pack right here. So I want to make sure they get credit. But with that, you don't see it because I wasn't showing it. But with that being said, enjoy the main event. And in our main event, we have Swamp Thing beat the Thing. Super exciting, super awesome first episode. Almost went out perfectly, minus a couple small glitches. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, tomorrow, if you didn't like the outcome of this, you can actually vote, and those votes will affect standings and things later, especially as we may have, as of right now, there are computers. This is a full computer simulation with the character set on the top difficulty. And who knows, with the right votes, you may see myself or Matt or someone else at the precinct pick up a controller and try to help our favorites move forward and get a win in that column there. So until next time, please like our page, comment who you'd love to see in this tournament and how you'd like to see us improve it. But remember to join us next week on Wednesday for the second comic book fight night, and join us as always on Tuesdays at the panel discussion. Thank you for coming out to fight night.